That's fire. What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy Ray here with another one. This is another week beginning the Dono night or day. Dono day night? Dono night day. It's weird doing it with the sun still out. It just feels weird to me. I don't know what it is. We're gonna start off the Dono night day afternoon, mid-morning, after I ate. With my man Andre wanted me to do Elvis, the making of ALOHA 45th anniversary. I can't wait to get into this one. So this is gonna be a long one. Put your pajama pants on, get some popcorn. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. And if you think this is the only of us that I'm doing tonight for Donut Night, I got two for you tonight. Facts. With a whole bunch of bologna. I just ate a bologna sandwich. Like, comment, subscribe, do all of that. Federico, cut the beat. Andre, you ready? You ready, Andre? Andre, it is on you. Let's go. Why they always gotta make that song when Elvis about to come out? Why they always gotta make that song when Elvis about to come out? Why? Because it's an anomaly. You don't know what it is. First ever concert to be beamed live through around the world via satellite. Around the whole entire world. That means you have little pygmies out here doing the Elvis shuffle. Stop playing with them, man. Wow. 1.5 billion? We had that much people in the world back then? We had that much people in the world back then? Man, we reproduced. We reproduced a lot. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's got to be more than 1.5 billion people in the world. Back then, 1950. What? I'm going to have to ask Siri that later. I'm not good with numbers. Oh, and I did buy we got the tickets reserved and it's ready to go. The Elvis, the Graceland thing that I'm going to. I'm gonna go to Graceland and I'm doing the UVIP tour. Which means I'm gonna go to the tour for real. That's the way I explained it to my wife. So there's this tour, and there's like the tour for real. That's the one we got. Oh, it's gonna be so amazing. So amazing. Worldwide #1 album. Talk your game, man. Wow. Look at all those accomplishments off of one concert. One concert. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. The numbers speak for itself, man. So what do you think matters? What you think or 1.8 billion people? The numbers have got to count for something at some point. 1.8 billion just said that Elvis is the shit. So you saying that he's not doesn't really mean much. Stop. And we're going through the consensus. The consensus say he's dope. Because that means you dope. Stop. That means Elvis is more important than the first man on the moon, son. Like, he can literally claim that. I'm more important than the man on the moon. No one can say that, though. Elvis is the only one that can say that, though. Okay. They're just giving you a little bit background about who Elvis really was for the people that didn't know. That's all. For the ones that we like to call the tantarans. That's what you are. You are tantara. There's a little facts for you. There's a little, and that's another reason why I like doing these type of Elvis videos. It's just like that. I could rub the facts in their faces. Because I'm petty like that. Stop playing with me. Out of all the reactors out here that support Elvis, they're all the you know the ones that they're the core Elvis fans. Really, you guys really fuck with them. I'm the uncle in the back saying yo, with a wife beater and a pack of cigarettes on my sleeve, with a bandana on, saying, I dare somebody say something about Elvis, they almost slap the shit out of him. They're the ones that are building the whole, you know, putting out the Elvis's name out a lot more than I am. These are the ones that have been doing it for years. And I'm just the uncle in the back. I dare somebody say something. I'll hit a kid. I don't care. If you're not coming to me with facts or roller, that's what I like to call it, facts or roller. If you're not coming to me with facts or roller, do not come at me with anything. Because no matter what you're going to say, it's irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything without anything, with factual, researchable stuff backing it. I do not care how you feel about Elvis. I care about the facts. Get that? It's not that hard to understand, really.
I really should start this.
Oh no, you can't be just sitting like that, man, with your legs open like that. I almost fell in there. Hold on. I almost tripped and fell. Excuse me, Mr. Elvis. You can't be, he chilling for real. Not even an interview. Elvis just looks like he's the man. I run all of this. I want to be just like him when I grow up.
And I really should start this conference off by congratulating Elvis, because we will have two new firsts. The new first, involves Elvis as the first performer to do a worldwide live concert via satellite. A real spectacular. And the second is that we will have a worldwide album via satellite. All of this has been made possible by the joint efforts of a lot of people, and especially including Colonel Tom Parker. Elvis, again, my congratulations for this spectacular.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's very hard to comprehend it, because in 15 years, it's hard to comprehend that happening, you know. To all the countries all over the world via satellite. It's very difficult to comprehend. A live concert.
He is more speechless than us. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand. Like, how is this possible? Everybody's gonna see me? How many people is that? Over 1,000? Hold on. Colonel Parker, I need you to fuck some shit up again. Come here. Get me out of this. He's scared. You look at in the beginning of the interview, before that man asked him a question. Look at Elvis's chest. he is breathing really fucking fast. Like, he could be calm, cool, and collected, but your body it doesn't lie. And his chest is pumping up and down a lot more than what it's supposed to. I'll be here to give you CPR if you need it, brother. Do you do CPR with tongue or no?
By a satellite. It's very difficult to comprehend. A live concert, to me, is exciting because of all the electricity that's generated in the crowd and on stage. But it's my favorite part of the business, is a live concert.
How do you pace yourself?
Sir?
How do you pace yourself?
You mean physically, vocally, or whatever?
So you are up when you need to be up.
I just, I exercise every day. I vocalize every day. I practice if I'm working or not.
That's another thing that people have to understand, that you look at the endurance that you need to perform the way Elvis performed in that concert, in that specific concert. Look how Elvis performed in that whole entire concert. You got to be in tip-top shape in order to have the stamina to withstand that. There was a lot of moving. There's a fact. Practice makes perfect. Elvis wasn't born knowing how to sing. Elvis wasn't. He learned how to sing. He practices every single day. Like he said it. He practices every single day. Every single day he practices vocals, the different cadences and stuff. You have to know how to high pitch, low pitch, do all that stuff. So you gotta practice your craft every single day to get good at it. You can't expect to be just born learning how to sing. Elvis didn't come out of Mrs. Presley and just singing. Just by his vocals, they knew. Just by him screaming and crying, they knew he was gonna be a singer. No. Elvis had to learn how to sing. Yes, you have to have some type of. You have to have that DNA trait in you of unlocking singing. You have to have somewhat of an ability to sing naturally. But to be the best at it, you got to practice every single fucking day. Music is changing all the fucking time. Music is always changing. You got to change with the times. You got to go with vehicular-wise and vehicular-wise and every other way. You got to go with the times, because that's how you get the young kids to listen to you. You sound like what they hear, but you're bringing more content to it. That's how you get the young kids to actually listen. That has been like that in hip-hop, in music, period. You got to appeal to the kids. The generation that listens to music, the generation that are the ones moving the music. So as an artist, you always have to be on the ball when it comes to update sounds that people are using right now, that you can use and manipulate in your way to sound like the time as the music is dropping. And he's doing all of this while he's sick since birth. Since birth, ladies and gentlemen. Elvis didn't just fall in a puddle of mud, and the mud had a specific disease in it, and he got the... No, Elvis was sick since birth. He was a kid. He's been on medication. So he's always in pain. He's always in everything, and he still does what he did. Y'all got to hear the real story. Y'all can't be listening to these people that just want to say whatever they want to say about Elvis. We're in the generation right now of people that don't care if there's no facts to back it up. They're going to literally say whatever they want to say to win their argument. They will make things up just to win their argument. Without the factual waxual, you don't know nothing. 2 minutes in. I'm sorry, I'm passionate about it.
So you are up when you need to be up.
I just, I exercise every day. I vocalize every day. I practice if I'm working or not. No. So I just try to stay in shape all the time. Vocally
You sure do.
and mentally. And
Which is harder?
well, both are tough. You got to work at them, but I don't mind it. It's worth it. Well, now they shoot me all the way, see, so just the waist down. Now, but I would like to think that I had improved as an entertainer, and I like to get the rapport with an audience, because it's a give and take thing. If you can do that, it works. If the artist or whoever is performing can get that kind of rapport going with the audience, then it pays off. It's good,
But do you feel that you have more of that rapport now than you did 15 years ago?
I couldn't answer that. I really couldn't.
I must say this about
Miss Aline, I think that's your ring, Miss Aline. It's right there. I just saw it. But you see what I'm talking about? He knows the game, man. He knows the game. He knows how to do it the right way. Build a rapport with the audience. Once you build that rapport with that audience, the audience is with you for life. For life. But you gotta put out your human side in front of your audience. The audience needs to know who you are. The audience needs to know that you're human just like them. That you're not this anomaly that people can't touch. See, not talking about it and staying away from it is what gives people, like, I call it the Eminem syndrome. So what happens when Eminem is secluded and he's not coming out and he's not tweeting and he's not putting out Instagram messages and everything like that? People just start throwing a bunch of crap at him, and they make that name Eminem a lot bigger than what it literally is. Yes, a major fan base, beautiful fan base, but you have the Eminem syndrome going on. That if you don't appeal to the human people down, us little people down here, if you don't appeal to us and be there and show us, hey, I'm human, hey, I mess up, hey, I get cut, hey, I'm a regular person, I drink coffee and I do this. I'm not this name, because once that name is out there, that's what attracts all this hate. All the haters look at that and start attracting to it, like a flea on shit, or a fly on shit. Us audience, us are the ones that give that title to these people, to these artists, to make them seem like they're more than human, when they're just human people. They're just regular. It's just me and you. And Elvis had that with his fans. He appealed to us. He said, I'm human. I got it from the mud. I was poor. I was broke. I'm sick all the time. But I love this. And this is how much I love it. And he gave us everything. He gave us his whole entire body. And that's why in 2024, there still are these die-hard Elvis fans. That type of rapport doesn't go away. That's how you know you were a great artist. Where longevity is in your title, in your name. Nothing else matters. None of the gossip shit, None of the crap, none of the negative stuff, none of that matters. Elvis came here and did what God wanted him to do. And that's give the message of him to us in song form, in human form. Appeal to the human. Appeal to us. We are the same. We're human. We bleed the same. We die the same. We are born the same. Nothing is different. But the longevity of that connection will last forever. And nobody, no matter what they say, could break that. So what makes him a GOAT? Longevity. Elvis' name is never going anywhere. No matter how many times people are going to say the negative stuff about it. So you guys might as well quit talking and just let it be. Let it be. We still do good timing. We still good this time. Good.
I must say this about when we first approached the various countries around the world, Elvis is certainly the only performer that could do this today. He is well known in every country that we have taught, in fact in every country in the world, and the acceptance was just fantastic. It wasn't a case of any selling, because he's been in demand for live performances around the world, but you just can't do this, so this is the way of approaching it. But the acceptance exceeded all of our expectations, Elvis.
Thank you very much. That's very nice.
Got an interesting call from the head of specials at NBC, John Hamlin. Called me and said, would you like to be interested in doing the very first satellite show in ALOHA television? I said, you know my answer. He said, well, I can't say you have our okay. We would like to have you do it. You produce and direct it. And I said, fine. But you need to have the stars okay. I said, okay. Who is it? Wouldn't tell me. He said, you got to go look. He's performing on stage. Oh, really? Okay, you got to go see him. So, my wife and I would say, okay, we'll go see him. We went there, and who came out on stage? Elvis Presley. You've got to go and talk to the Colonel Parker in Vegas, get his okay, and get Elvis's okay before you can do this show. So I met with Colonel Hilton in the lobby, and I said, I would like to have him lower in the stage, and so he says, no, my guard.
Is it me or did I saw that face and I just literally wanted to punch the screen? Was that just me? I don't like that. I don't like him. I don't like him. No. He's good somewhere with that. Nah. If I could never see that picture ever again in my life, I'll be the happiest man in the world. Colonel. You ain't no Colonel. I don't like that man.
I would like to have him lower in the stage, and so he says, no, my guards are there. I have guards there, security guards. They're going to be there next to the stage. And I said, I want a runway there, and I want to have all girls there with leis and stuff like that. And no, I don't want him anywhere near the people. And I said, but he can be in the center. And that if he doesn't want to be near them, he walks down the center, they can't reach him. If he wants to get it with them, he walks over to them, they can get to him. It's his call. And he says, no, I will not have that. And I don't want all that lights. It's taking away from my boy, my star. And he said, no, I won't accept any of it. I said, listen, I've come all this way, and I'm going to at least meet with Elvis. He says, because I'm not going to go back unless I meet with him. He says, well, no, he's not going to do it. He won't do it. I mean, will you please call up there? So he sent 2 goons down. These goons became buddies of mine, so I can call them that. They don't mind. They left. And so they sat there, and I said, there's an empty chair. And I just waited, and I waited. I was getting nervous. I was really nervous. I didn't know what to do. Because I said, this is the first satellite show. I don't want to do this. I want to be able to try to do this. But I got to get my foot in the door. And so Elvis comes in. He had shades this big, a big feathered hat, and a big coat on, and came in and sat down, didn't say a word. Like that, and sat down. I says, oh my God, I'm old. Well, here goes for broke. Here I go. I started to look at the guy, and I said, Elvis, hi, I'm Marty Pacetta. NBC has asked me to, with your approval, to produce and direct this show. The first satellite show. They're going to be seen by millions of people. And here I am to talk creatively with you to see if you agree with me. And still no reaction from anybody. And I said, I went to see you for NBC's request in Santa Monica. I saw you on stage, and you stood there and you did a performance. Your music is outstanding. But let me tell you something. You weren't exciting. It was boring, and I don't know what I'm going to do with you for an hour and a half, but I have an idea. At that time, he sat up stiff, and as I was taking out the drawing, the two guys took out silver-plated guns and put them on the table. And if you don't think I was inhibited...
That man said, Elvis, you were trash, and his goons went. He was what? Say it again. I could be one of his security guards. I believe so. That's crazy. Stop playing with him, man. Stop playing with him. That type of security and that type of fame, to have that type of security around you, that's what makes that name even more. Like, you can't get to him. Like, this is hard for you to get to him. They keep that man on like he's a treasure. He's a treasure. Like, you cannot. No one's gonna rob him, steal him. No one's gonna do nothing to him. If you sneeze in his directions, we're gonna smack you. Jesus.
It was boring, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with you for an hour and a half, but I have an idea. At that time, he sat up stiff, and as I was taking out the drawing, the two guys took out silver-plated guns and put them on the table. And if you don't think I was inhibited, you're crazy. Because I was shaking in my boots.
If you come down to the river,
I opened up the drawing and showed Elvis. I said, Elvis, here's what I want to do. I want to do this because here, it's going to be exciting. It's never been done. It's your name and all the different languages that's going to be seeing this show. They're going to know who you are because it's up there. And I have this runway. You can come down the center, or you can go over to the girls and so forth. And I want those girls to relate to you, and you relate to the girls. That's where the magic is going to be. And you look great up there, and you got to lose weight. And he jumped up, and I said, if you did all this, we're going to have a good show. He jumped up, threw his hat away, took the glasses off, and left his coat, ran over to me, grabbed me, hugged me. And he says, you're the first person that's been honest with me. And he says, I would lose weight. He lost 25 pounds.
Wow. So Elvis knew everything that was going on. He just didn't care. He cared about the music. He cared about that. You see, that shows the character on that. Like, you're the first person to be honest with me. Golly, that's how you treat him like a human. Dude, stop treating him like he's this untouchable being that you can't. Like, you guys put that name, give that name too much power. Like, relax. He was one of the greatest artists in the world. And we are his fans. We are the ones that built the connection to him. All the negative people could stay out of this circle. We ignore them, and it's done with.
And he says, I would lose weight. He lost 25 pounds. And I called an art director friend of mine, Ray Clausen. He says, Ray, here's what I have in mind. Let's take his name, the name Elvis and make it in all the different fonts of the world, Chinese and Arabic and everything, and we do it as Elvis all over the place, and so that in neons and light bulbs and everything, so it's alive, it lives. And I said I'd like some mirrors in there, so that we bring the audience that is not on the stage, but if I take a cross shot, it looks like the audience is on the other side of him, and to make him comfortable with an audience involved, even when he's on the middle of the stage.
All I gotta do.
The making of the show was very interesting because we built the scenery over in Hawaii.
You see, people don't think that, people don't understand, and they don't see how important it is, the setups of these concerts and everything like that. Everything that happens in that what audience can see, it has to do with the whole entire show. So that takes a lot of brains and a lot of, you gotta know what you're doing when you're doing that, man. That's a fact.
It was very interesting because we built the scenery over in Hawaii, and we did all the electronics, the NBC shops here, and brought it over there. All my crew were working here. We brought over the little truck that I had used from Compact Video to do some remote stuff. And I put Don Ho in a tree and put things, and we did some stuff. And when Elvis's arrival, which we stayed, coming in via helicopter.
Elvis is now stepping out of the helicopter. He's attired in a white suit.
We had a lot of good radio contacts over there, because we had to fill this auditorium, and it was a big civic auditorium.
He's coming up to get lays from the crowd. Hey, Elvis, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
You look
Glad
great.
to be back. Thank you very
Happy birthday,
much.
one day late.
Thank you very much.
Nice reception, huh?
Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah.
How long you be in town this time today?
Well, about a week, I would imagine, Tom.
It's going to be a big show Saturday.
Oh,
It's Sunday morning.
It's got to be, I hope it's good, you know.
I'm sure it will be.
I'm going to do my best.
Elvis, you got a lot of people here want to give you lays and say hello to you.
Okay, fantastic.
The biggest one since Alaska.
It's the biggest thing I've ever done.
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah. Okay, thanks, Elvis.
Appreciate it.
And that was Elvis Presley as he arrived here before hundreds and hundreds of people who are now.
There was a love
crowded around
affair,
giving
and we
him
got to
lays.
capture that.
And it's really wild.
I have a lot of cameramen. I can't remember a lot of the names. But they did my Crosby shows. They did the Oscars. Because we knew each other, and and then if we needed more, I'd bring another 2 or people in. Now it's mostly freelance, and I started to when it was.
Can you imagine that you have to deal with that everywhere you go? Oh my God, the fame was real. The fame was absolutely real.
More, I'd bring another 2 or
Oh
people
my
in.
God.
Now it's mostly freelance, and I started to when it was not the networks doing the big show, you start to learn your freelance crews, and they're still out there doing that. And I know the right ones to call because we think alike, and we can understand that you don't have to start teaching people what a zoom is with a pan, a tilt left, and focus right and focus in. And these are terminologies that you and your crew is simpatico, and it's an extension of you, and that helps you and you help them because you think alike.
What an ugly bugger, that guy, huh? Really? What did she like him? I don't know. Really, I'm better looking than him.
Oh, see, TC Rider. Oh, see what you have done. I said, see.
And I told Elvis about the colonel saying no, and he says, don't worry about it. He does the business side, I am the creative side. And I found out that they really didn't have much communications between the two of them. It went through Joe Esposito. Elvis would talk to Joe then would tell the colonel, and vice versa. That's how it happened. But anything creative, it was between Elvis and myself. And he loved it. He loved everything. He would work on the music and what he wanted to do musically, and then everything else was me. I brought, with all my crew, we brought the truck over on a big boat because there was no color stuff in Hawaii. Just before we did the show, my PA said, "Oh my God, we are 10 minutes short." I said, "Excuse me? This is a hell of a time to tell me we're 10 minutes short. We're supposed to go out live to the world." And I went running out the door. I said, "I gotta get Elvis." I went out the door. I went running down the stairs, went to the backstage. The guard saw me. They opened the door. They know where I was going. The guards at the door, his dressing room, they opened the door. "Elvis, Marty, what's going on?" I said, "Elvis, we're short by 10 minutes. He said, "Okay, do this, this, and this. And where are we gonna do it?" "There, done. Let's go. See you."
Wow.
I said, see, right. I said, see, right. I said, see, right.
The show, when it was seen, finally, the first time it was seen around the world, it was seen by every third person on Earth.
I said, see.
Even the Oscars, nothing has topped that. No, the Super Bowl, nothing has ever topped the ratings of that show the first time. The dialogue, everything the dialogue was Elvis. There's no cue card, nothing on that show. He did it. And he gave me really a nice tribute. Live, unbeknownst to me. It was very, very nice.
I'd like to thank our producer and director, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Marty Passata, for putting this show together. He's really done a fantastic job, him and his staff. And there's been a lot of people who are working on the show. As you know, we're going out live. And we were doing it for the Kuili Cancer Drive. We were supposed to raise $25,000, and we raised $75,000 tonight. So thank you.
Kuili was a very, very good friend of Elvis. He wrote a lot of music, and he was really special guy.
I'll remember you long after this. In the summer is gone, I'll be lonely, oh so lonely, living only.
See, that Marty guy, he really did a great job because that whole concert, Elvis seemed comfortable in the stage. Didn't seem like, there was an issue with moving around and stretching out and stretching his legs and doing what he does. And the way he sets it up, and then the whole, that idea of having Elvis written in all different dialects of every language in the world, because it's going around the world, that's amazing. That's you gotta have smarts for that, boy.
Living only to remember you. I'll remember too.
When we finished the show and we went on the runway after the place was empty, we had to do 6 more songs for the U.S. because we had to do a longer version for over here. And we did it with black, and I did a lot of remotes and stuff. We got into multiple the windows. I took that over there that we did from the Oscars on NBC.
It was so gorgeous.
So I took that package over, and we hooked it up around the floor and in the truck.
We'll try to save it this time.
Oh,
Shit.
Other people that came in, and those people that came in were from a little company that started up called Grass Valley. Grass Valley Switchers now put that in from our show.
You know, if you can't hack it, Charlie's met him.
shit, you can't hack it either.
I will remember
When we finished the show, the live show, he went running off the stage, and he went over and he saw my wife over the sides. And he got a beeline to her, and he hugged her. He went running over there, and he said, "What the hell is that?" And he hugged her. He says, "This is a great experience. Best thing I've done." We became lasting friends till the day he died.
I remember you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Sing it, fellas. For Dixieland I was born, early Lord, one frosty morn. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your daddy's bound to die. But all my trials, Lord, soon be over.
Oh my God. I just got drawn into that man's voice, man. And that's the point of it. That's the whole point of it. It feels like I'm watching. It feels like I'm watching a brother in the struggle of the human race, of just being human, of just being the same. And I just see somebody out there that has a wonderful voice that wants to share it with all the rest of us to bring some type of peace into somebody's heart or somebody's life. That's it. You see how quiet that whole audience is? That's called grabbing the attention of every single soul in that stadium. If a mouse farts, you hear it. That's how quiet it is in there. Because they want to hang on every single word he says. That right there is amazing. We saw a little backstory about everything that happened with the actual creative process through the whole thing. And I think I heard that story before, but now I know it in detail exactly what happened. And we got a great performance at the end. Love it. Andre, I appreciate you. I'm gonna talk to you guys in a minute. Today is me and Mrs. Vibe's anniversary, so that's why I'm trying to do my videos a little earlier than usual, just so I can get them out for you guys, and then I can still go take my wife out for some dinner. So I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for the love and the support. Andre, I appreciate the donor, my brother. I don't know what that meant, but you can have it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. I'm gonna talk to you guys in a minute. Peace.
Perfect.